You want someone to think about you, to chase you, to become a little obsessed. Not in a creepy way, but in that can't stop thinking about you way. And you think the way to do that is by being amazing, by being perfect, by showing them how great you are. That's not how it works. In fact, doing that usually pushes people away, makes you forgettable, just another person trying too hard to impress them. Real obsession is created through specific behaviors that trigger psychological mechanisms most people don't understand. And the strange part, these behaviors look like the opposite of what you'd think would make someone interested. Let me show you the 3 invisible behaviors that actually make people obsessed. Use them carefully, because once you understand how this works, you can't unknow it. Behavior 1. Inconsistency. Not the toxic kind where you're playing mind games, but strategic. Unpredictability in your availability and attention. Sometimes you're warm and engaged. Sometimes you're busy and distant. Not in a pattern they can figure out. Just naturally variable. This triggers something called intermittent reinforcement in their brain. The same mechanism that makes gambling addictive. They can't predict when they'll get your attention, so every interaction becomes more valuable. Every text back feels like a win. Every moment of warmth feels earned. When you're consistently available, you become expected. Comfortable, they know you're always there, so there's no urgency, no chase, no mystery. But when your availability varies, when they can't count on you always responding immediately or always being free, you become a puzzle they need to solve. Research shows that variable rewards create stronger behavioral patterns than consistent rewards. People become more attached to things they have to work for unpredictably than things given freely and consistently. You're not being mean. You're just not being constantly available. You have a life. Sometimes you're present, sometimes you're not. And that unpredictability keeps you interesting in a way consistency never could. Behavior 2. Slight withdrawal right when they're getting comfortable. This one's counterintuitive. Most people think once someone's interested, you should lean in, show more interest. That make them feel secure. Wrong. The moment someone starts feeling like they have you, like you're locked in, the chase ends, the tension disappears. They relax, and relaxed people don't obsess. Uncertain people obsess, so right when they're getting comfortable, you create a small amount of distance. Not a dramatic pullback, just subtle. You take a little longer to text back. You're slightly less available. You mention being busy with other things. You don't give them quite as much reassurance as they're expecting. This creates anxiety, healthy anxiety that makes them question where they stand. Did I do something wrong? Are they losing interest? Do I need to try harder? And that uncertainty keeps you on their mind constantly. Studies on attachment show that slight unpredictability in early relationships activates the brain's reward and motivation centers more than secure, predictable attachment. The uncertainty makes them chase. The chase creates obsession. You're not being cruel. You're maintaining tension, because tension is what creates attraction. Security comes later, after they're already hooked. Behavior 3. Being genuinely indifferent to the outcome. This is the hardest one because you can't fake it. If you're trying to make someone obsessed, you care about the outcome. But the energy of caring, of needing their attention, repels people. The people who make others obsessed don't need anything from anyone. They're complete, whole, interesting on their own. They're not performing for validation. They're just living their life. And you're either along for the ride or you're not. Either way, they're fine. That energy is magnetic because it's rare. Most people are desperate to be liked, to be chosen, to matter to someone. That desperation leaks through everything they do. But someone who genuinely doesn't need you to like them, that's intoxicating. Research on attraction shows that perceived indifference, when genuine, increases desire. People want what seems unbothered by whether they get it or not. Because things that don't need you don't chase you, and things that don't chase you become more valuable. You can't perform this. If you're pretending not to care while secretly obsessing over their every move, they'll feel it. The energy is wrong. You have to actually build a life you love independent of them. Actually have other options. Actually be okay with or without them. And when you reach that place, That's when they can't stop thinking about you, because you're the one person who doesn't need them to. Here's the dark truth about all three of these behaviors. They work because they create anxiety and uncertainty. They make the other person feel slightly off balance, never quite sure where they stand. And humans hate uncertainty, so they fixate on it. They think about it constantly, trying to resolve it. You become the puzzle they can't solve, the person they can't quite pin down, the variable they can't predict, and their brain gets addicted to trying to figure you out. This isn't about manipulation. It's about understanding what actually creates attraction versus what kills it. Most people kill attraction by being too available, too predictable, too eager to please. They think that's how you keep someone interested. It's how you become boring. Mystery, tension, and self-sufficiency create obsession. Consistency, availability, and neediness create comfort, and comfort doesn't make people chase. So if you want someone thinking about you at 3 in the morning, don't be perfect. Don't be always there. Don't need them. Be interesting. Be variable. Be whole without them, and watch them become unable to stop thinking about you.